Hey everybody, and welcome to another Walker Armory video. Today I want to talk to you about what's happening this week in Pokemon TCG. I'm going to start doing these videos hopefully weekly, but just a lot more regularly, giving you news and updates on what's happening, what are trending topics and conversations, upcoming releases, etc., and all that kind of stuff to do with the hobby. So hopefully just keep you informed week to week. So if you want to like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff, please do. Please feel free. In the meantime, let's just get into some of the topics for today. So a couple things that I want to talk about. A couple new releases which are happening this week. I want to talk about some of the 30th anniversary stuff that we've been seeing. And then I want to talk about a massive problem with resealing that is going on and something that we personally are doing here on our store and everything to help prevent and mitigate some of that. But just something to be wary of and keep an eye on. So I'm just going to inform you guys on some of that as well. So starting things off with some of the releases that are coming. So one of the sets releasing this week, the first release is actually July 16th. So 2 days as of the posting of this video. And that is for the new Chinese set, which is called Chasing Glory Together. I do just want to double check that that is the 16th of, yes, the release date is the 16th. So that is called Chasing Glory Together, and it is a combination of Destined Rivals and Journey Together. So two English sets which have been condensed down to make one Chinese set. Now, this is a little bit different from what you might expect, just to discuss sort of how some of these sets are formed. So normally, Japan are the first country to get new releases, and they often get smaller sets, smaller packs, that kind of thing, and then they'll combine these sets together to then create like one English set. That's generally what happens. So, for example, Japan had Heatwave Arena and Glory to Team Rocket. Now, those two sets, if you combine them, make Destined Rivals, which is what we got in English. So, China is actually condensing an English release, which is already two sets condensed. They're then combining that with another set. So in theory, you're getting like three different sets that have been combined here theoretically. Now, this is just to help China catch up because they are coming into sort of the modern era of Pokemon a little bit later into the game. So they are trying to catch up, trying to get up to date. So as Destin or Chasing Glory Together, this new release for them, there's actually a few releases ago from the Japanese and the English sort of scene. Destined Rivals is absolutely still a set that is very popular in English. I'd say it's on par with right now the big ones that you've got running are Ascended Heroes, which everybody's after, Prismatic Evolutions. You then have Destined Rivals and Journey Together. I'd say those are the four big sets that right now in the pool of sets that you can get your hands on in English. That's generally what you're looking at. So China's catching up with this set. There are going to be some really cool featured cards, obviously. So with Chinese, it's the highest print quality in the world, equivalent with Japanese. So if you're looking for some really good high print quality cards for less expensive pricing, they're often cheaper than Japanese. They're often cheaper than English. Then Chinese is a really good place to start because you're getting that high quality. There's a really nice Misty Psyduck that should be involved. There's Lily's Clefairy. There's Team Rocket's Mewtwo, which is sensational, amongst many others. They're going to be worth you guys wanting to get your hands on. So I do think this is going to be a desirable box. We actually have it on our website, walkerarmory.com. We have it for pre-order right now, so you can get your hands on it. We're doing it for like £30 a box, just under. So inexpensive for a full box or something. I don't know the situation with exclusives for this set. Normally, every single Chinese set will have an exclusive of some shape and form. So that's something to think about. Now, there are also going to be jumbo and slim releases of this. So slim, you generally get more packs and you get fewer hits scattered across those packs. Jumbos are often quite a bit more expensive. You get fewer packs, but the hit rates are more condensed. So there's a couple different ways of doing this, depending on how you're looking to collect. But that's one of the new releases that's coming this week. Now, the other release that's also going to be happening July 16th is Pitch Black. So that's releasing, on the 17th. The 17th, which is the Friday. I knew I had something wrong there. So Pitch Black will be releasing July 17th in the West. So this will be the English release. probably stuff like German and Spanish and stuff same time, I would imagine. But yeah, definitely in America and England, you'll be getting Pitch Black. Now, this is a set that's already been out in Japan for probably what 8 weeks or so, probably 2 months ish. It's been a while. It's at least it's felt like that long. So this is a Bisai in Japanese and in Korean. We only just got access, so we've got Korean Abysai that we've had more recently. So you can get a box of 30 packs of Abysai in Korean. We're currently selling it at like £50. So nice and easy to get into the art, get into the cards. And then you have Abysai, which you might recognize with the Darkrai. This has been out now for a little while, and this is well, we're selling this at 90 right now. Again, you check Walker or eBay. But yeah, that's the set that's been out in Japan for a little while now. So the new set that will release for Japan is Storm Emeralda on the 31st of July. So Japan are gearing up for their new release at the same time. England are about to get, or well, the West are about to get Pitch Black. Some people are already getting their hands on Pitch Black a couple days early. Now, that's probably some shenanigans there, but yes, there's a fantastic Darkrai that you're going to want to be getting your hands on. There's a Golden Darkrai as well, so an ultra rare and an SIR Darkrai. There are a few really good cards in the set. Slowbro is a big one. That's just an IR, so more frequently seen. Now, the hit rates in Japanese, for example, normally you're expecting, well, you get guaranteed hit rates where you're getting one SAR or SR, but I have seen it where you get two in a box. I've done that myself. I've pulled that a couple times now. You get 3 IRs or ARs, and then you get 1 item SR. That's generally what you're seeing on top of multiple EXs in a Japanese box. Now, with English, you'll be getting Pitch Black, and there'll be no set hit rates. There'll be ETBs. Hopefully, you got your Pokemon Center pre-order on Pitch Black. There'll be ETBs. There will be booster boxes, booster bundles. So try queuing up on this Friday at your local Smiths or Waterstones or like that kind of thing. Sports Direct perhaps as well, Sainsbury's, Argos, that sort of thing. And there might just be some in stock if you're lucky enough. But we're going to be selling some ourselves on eBay. So you can come find us on eBay this Friday where we will have some Pitch Black. But that's the newest set release coming out in English. It looks like it's going to be basically the same set release as you're getting in Japanese and Korean. So it's a smaller set. It's not a high class set. Everyone's obviously looking forward to the 30th anniversary release, which I can talk about now. So the 30th anniversary release is going to be happening September 16th. There's actually some interesting release date stuff that's going to be happening for the West based on this. So I mentioned we're getting Pitch Black today. Japan's already had that for a little while. Japan are about to get their newest release, Storm Emeralda, the end of this month, literally July 31st. There's not enough time for us to get access to Storm Emeralda, the new Rayquaza set in the West, and then also have enough of a lag time for the 30th anniversary stuff that's coming September. So what it looks like is happening is we're actually going to get leapfrogged a little bit here. So we're going to get Pitch Black now in July, and then July 16th, and then 2 months later in September 16th, we're going to be getting, sorry, we're getting Pitch Black on the 17th, but 2 months later, September 16th, we'll be getting the new 30th anniversary release, which is going to be absolutely bonkers, absolutely incredibly insane. I really recommend that you guys put some money aside, sell your kids, sell your house, sell your fridge, sell anything that you can to get some cash flow for the 30th anniversary, because I mean, these 30th anniversaries, they only come around once every 30 years. Okay. And this one looks particularly special for Pokemon. I mean, I think it's a big one. The hobby's grown exponentially. Even since the 25th anniversary, the hobby has grown massively. You can't even get your hands on cards anymore these days. The nice thing for this is that it is going to be global release. So we will be getting our hands on probably some English, but not tons because we don't have distribution yet. But if you like and subscribe to the channel, you can really help us get our way to English distribution. So if you like us, you want to support us, please do that. And that would be a massive help and boon. But there is going to be global release, so we are going to try and get like some Chinese because it's good print quality. It should hopefully be cheaper for you guys as well. We'll get some Korean, we'll get some Japanese if we can, and we'll try and at least have some product, some form over here on Walker Armory on eBay and potentially on the website as well. So that's something to look forward to. So we are going to get leapfrogged a little bit. That means that our Storm Emeralda equivalent in England or English is going to be released like probably a month or two after. I think we're looking at like November-ish time for that for us. So we're going to get a little bit of a delay, and then I wonder when that will then rebalance out, because I'm sure Japan, they'll be getting this release in July, they'll be getting the 30th anniversary in September, and then they'll probably get something too long after that, I would imagine. But what that set's going to be, I actually don't know at this point. We found out the sort of the releases that are expected to be happening this year, and I can't remember if we know what's coming after the 30th anniversary. But some of the stuff for the 30th anniversary looks really, really good. There's some leaks, whether they're real or not, we don't know, especially in the era of AI. But there are some really cool reveals that are going on. From the sounds of it, there's going to be Pikachus in every single pack. From what I've seen as well, it looks like the 30th anniversary packs are going to have 5 cards in, not 10, or, however many they're going to get in the different languages. There'll just be 5 per pack. So you're going to get more packs in general per product. And there'll be a Pikachu in every single pack. Now, there's like a dozen different Pikachu variations of these cards. So they'll be really cool, like new unique Pikachus, as well as probably some from the history of Pokemon. There's also there's a long list of different Pikachu arts that you can collect and try and master set and all that kind of stuff. We are expecting pre-orders to be going live for the set very soon as well. It releases globally September 16th, so we're probably expecting pre-orders anytime this month. So anytime within the next couple of weeks, we'll start to see those rolling out on the Pokemon Center. So keep an eye out for that, and obviously in different websites across the board. I have seen, so I have a friend who lives in Australia, and he's shown that there are already pre-orders in Australia for some of these 30th anniversary collection items. So there's an Espeon and Umbreon IR or SR or SAR. Well, it's an SAR or promo that just looks sensational. The two of them together, I think, do like the 30th anniversary image. But then also there's like cameo Mewtwo and Mew, and just like there's a cameo Victini of a different Victini card that's inside the art of this card. Just really, really cool. They look sensational. Now, they are going to be promos out of these like SPC style boxes. So you're going to want one Espeon, one Umbreon box. In Australia, they were retailing at like 300 US or Australian dollars. So that in pounds is about 150 pounds. So that's probably roughly what you'd be looking at anyway. I think that was where they were at, that 300 mark. But they're going to be probably fairly expensive. I would imagine you're going to want to be queuing at like 2 a.m. the day before release. That's what I'm going to be doing personally, because I know if I miss these, they're getting scalped to high heaven. Now, luckily, from what I've heard, it's a global release, so that should hopefully dissipate some of the attention, and like, people should be able to get access to it more easily in some way, shape, or form. But also, apparently they're printing this into oblivion. So I really, really hope Pokemon, they're doing well to try and alleviate some of these printing issues and also supply issues. The rip rate on things these days is just so insane that it really is just hard to deal with some of it, because there's such big demand. I get people coming in, they'll talk to me on eBay Live, and they'll tell me about people buying like 50 packs, 100 packs, hundreds of packs in one purchase. I don't see it myself. I don't know how real that is, but it might be. But if you're paying £17 a pack for Ascended Heroes, buy 100 packs. I mean, we're getting into silly money territory with some of that. But yeah, you're going to want to get your hands on this. So the Espeon and Umbreon promos look sensational. All the different Pikachu arts look sensational. There's a Rayquaza leak. I don't know how real this may or may not be. It does look really, really cool. I don't know how real it is and how much we should lean into it. Now, there is also a 30th anniversary Mew leak. So the Mew itself does look, I just want to check really quick. But the Mew itself looks really, really cool, and it's from from one of the famous artists, I believe. But apparently it's Kuramori. But yeah, really, really awesome card. Now it matches up, this Mew. It matches up, if it is a real card, which from the looks of it, it does look like it's actually a real card. It matches up with Gardevoir, which I know from Shining Treasures. and the artist, I believe, is the same. So that will match very, very nicely. I expect that the price of the God of War is probably going to go up around about this time as people sort of anticipate there's going to be this fantastic Mew. People are going to want this Mew. They're probably then going to want that God of War. So I personally am going to try and get my hands on this God of War because I know that I already wanted it, but I know that it's probably not going to be accessible in the near future. So I'd keep an eye out for that. I'd maybe consider checking that out. And yeah, the Mew does just look really, really awesome. So something to keep an eye out with the 30th anniversary September stuff. Just there are a lot of leaks going out right now. Some of them are going to be mega fake. Some of them are gaining traction as being realistic. But yeah, really, really cool looking stuff there. And then this week, and I'll say a lot of those leaks have been coming out this week. That's why I'm talking about a September release now in this week in Pokemon TCG. The last thing that I want to talk about is this little guy right here, Peristol Festival. This is Prismatic Evolutions, but in Chinese. Now, this is a very unique set in Chinese. As I've already spoken about in this video, China kind of gets these products that are a little bit different, right? They have certain things like, they have the gem boxes, right? They have the gem boxes, which are unlike anything else that we get in the West, in the UK, especially. So they have the gem boxes. These have different promos in. Um, these have different promos in and exclusives. Sorry, these have different. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by my cats in the background. But these have different exclusives in the gem boxes and prismatic evolution. So the Crystal Festival or Blooming Legends, as it is actually correctly known, has an exclusive Evian that's worth like £600 currently. This has all of the cards that you would normally expect in Prismatic Evolutions, but it's just in a Chinese release, so it's higher print quality than English. Hence, are if you get a big hit, it's probably going to be worth sending off for grading, and it'll probably come back at 10. Print quality is great. So there's a lot of really sought after cards here in this box. Now, there's a guaranteed SIR, or as it's known in the Asian languages, an SAR, in every single box. So that sounds incredible if you're opening them. However, what it does do is it puts a target on their head because people will know that there's a guaranteed hit, so it's worth opening up and then trying to reseal. Now, something that's happening right now, and this extends into Ascended Heroes or Mega Dream as well, resealing, the people that are resealing, they're not idiots. They know how to do this correctly. If you buy boxes that have been resealed, that doesn't mean that there won't be a hit. It just means that the hit inside won't be of value. So something that is happening is that there's this massive resealing, and it's generally the packaging is getting resealed. So what you would do, I assume, is that you're going to open the box, you're going to fish for the big hit, the SAR. And then you're going to take all those remaining dead packs and you're going to put those in a box. You're going to fake the packaging. You're not resealing like the packs per se. You're going to put them in the box, and then I don't know how they're resealing, perhaps like the pack of or repackaging these sort of bad hit SIRs, but it is something that's happening now. Something that weird and just something that you guys should be aware of. If you see boxes that are surprisingly cheap or don't seem, like they don't seem like the normal going rate, just be aware. It doesn't mean that they're 100% resealed, but there's a good chance that they probably are. Now, I can tell you from a seller POV, the way that this is working for us is that we have two different options with buying boxes in. We can buy full sealed Pokemon Center cases that are requiring us to sell. I mean, ideally, we would sell these at 95 a box. That's how we would get our regular margin that we get on everything. We actually are selling these quite a bit cheaper. We're selling them at 90 a box. And we are seeing some people selling them. I'm seeing some people selling these at 75 a box. Now, that's probably a region that we would be looking at if we were buying in loose boxes. But the loose boxes, there's a high chance that they've been resealed because they're loose boxes. So we are personally at Walker Armory not buying in the loose boxes. We are buying sealed Pokemon Center cases to help mitigate the chance that they've been resealed. Now, I'm never gonna sit here hand on heart and say I'm buying something from China. It's been shipped halfway across the world, and I know 100% factually that nothing's happened to it. But we are doing everything within our power to help mitigate that. So that's something that we're doing is we're buying in full sealed cases. Now, not everyone's going to be doing that. We would turn more profit. We would make more money if we bought in the loose boxes, and we could make a lot more money doing that. But we're purposely not doing that because we want to make sure that you guys buying and getting the hits and that we can be trusted and all that kind of stuff. The resealing issue is affecting. I saw a post on Reddit today on the TCG that was about resealed. Well, they'd opened up Mega Dream. They opened up a case of Mega Dream, so 20 boxes, and they got like Horlucha MA. So for those of you that don't know, Mega Dream, it's the Chinese or sorry, the Korean or Japanese version of Ascended Heroes. However, these boxes, so you get a box of Mega Dream. These boxes have a 100% Mega Attack guarantee. Always a Mega Attack inside every single box. Now, some of these are worth more than others. Some of these, even in Korean, are worth like 30 plus, whereas some of them are worth a couple pounds in Korean. So what's happening is they are getting, and obviously there's SARs and things that can be inside. So these are getting resealed as well. Now, a guy opened up like 20 boxes of this and got none of the big mega attacks, got no SARs that were of any considerable value. It was way too fishy for my liking, and even people on the page were like, "Yeah, you've gotten Horlucha 7 times, you've gotten like Electros a few times. Kind of weird that you didn't get any Gengar or Dragonite, and then like none of your SARs were really good either." So there is a resealing issue, definitely with these high class sets, especially something to keep an eye on. Yeah, like I say, something that we try and do here is just buy in by the full case, and that hopefully helps mitigate some of these. But if you are seeing boxes, I mean, I'm seeing gem boxes, Gem 3, for example, that should be at about £80 a box right now. I'm seeing on eBay that they're going for like 40, 50 a box. Now, either somebody's got an insane supply and they're selling at a loss, or they're probably reseals or like dead boxes. So just be savvy, just be aware, buy from trusted sellers, people you feel like you built a good rapport with, and just be aware of it. If a deal looks too good, it probably is, especially right now in this Pokemon scene. So that's everything for me with Pokemon TCG this week. I hope you like this episode. If you guys want to support us, please like and subscribe. Please subscribe to us here on YouTube. It's going to help us get English distribution, which means we can then offer you guys some really awesome Pokemon deals in English, Korean, Japanese, and Chinese. Those 3 Asian languages we currently do. You can find us at walkerarmory.com. You can also come and check out our eBay live streams, where I'm live every Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. is currently roughly what I'm doing. But yeah, come find me in the weekdays, in the afternoon, and mornings over on eBay Live at Walker Armory. And apart from that, thank you so much for watching, and see you again soon. Don't forget to pre-order the new Chinese Chasing Glory Together, and look out for Pitch Black on Friday. We'll be doing an eBay live stream where we'll be going through a lot of it. So come check it out. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.